Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Reverse 1999. In the last episode, 37 completed the Ask and Acquire ritual and asked a question to the almighty entity of a Peyron, or what we think is a Peyron. Um, yeah, their name was in question marks, so we weren't really sure. But yeah, we asked, we acquired, and then on our way out of the cave, we had a very odd um, like, what would you call that? Like a vision or a hallucination maybe? But yeah, and then we saw like everything in black and white. Everyone's breaking the rules of the island. Um, I was pondering about Gödel's incompleteness theorem and linear regression as well. But yeah, regardless, we're going to press on because yeah, when we exited the cave, we found the island in absolute ruins, and I think I heard like a plane flying, like bombing the island potentially. I don't know, because everything's on fire probably, and there's like smoke everywhere. It's just not a great time for the island. Once again, I feel like I've seen this scenario sometime before. So yeah, that can be good. So let's press on now with part 13, the wave of art. For some reason, we are focusing on this completely irrelevant tower thing. So maybe we'll meet some other characters, or I don't know, man. Maybe we'll see someone else in action. Let's see. We're in a military station in 1914. Well, we knew it was 1914.
Malcolm, when will they give us the order to attack?
Okay, these guys might be in war, so that's unfortunate for them. But yeah, I don't know why they had to state it was 1914. I'm fairly sure we were already in 1914. So I'm gonna assume this is still like, oh, but there's no rain, so I'm not sure if this is happening during the storm, or this is like just a slightly different like timeline, you know, like either like what was like going to happen after the storm, as in like the normal course of history after the storm. I don't know,
What's
or before
taking
the
so
storm.
long? The island is just across the bay. We have men, weapons, supplies, everything. Just give us order and we will take to shore.
Okay, I guess I'm just lying. I looked too deep into the statement that said 1914, and it is just present day. These guys look like they're gonna take over the island. That's not great.
Check out these bad boys. Anti-Arcanum weapons courtesy of the American from that Walden place.
Oh, the Walden place. Didn't we like? Was it? I remember a place called the Walden. No. Oh right, the American from that Walden place. Right. Sorry, I thought they were referring to like an American place called the Walden, and I was like so confused because I'm fairly sure the Walden we had in chapter 2 was somewhere in the UK, but yeah, the American. Which American? Who's an American? Is Mr. Forget Me Not American? I don't know. I haven't heard him
creep
speak in
just
a
doesn't
while.
sit right with me. He's got that Arcanus stink about him.
Okay, we're being
But
racist
his
again.
technology is solid and we needed it. We've got to get ahead of the Serbs and the Greeks.
Okay, they just really want this island. This army has been stationed here for a long time, perhaps too long. The soldiers, stranded and demoralized by their failed landing, face days of uncertainty without orders, while politicians bicker. They are left to heat their food meal by meal, watching their chances slip away. Right, so I'm guessing their failed landing was like when the island was first like attacked, I guess.
Relax, Georgie. Leave the decisions to the big shots. I'm sure they'll just hug out the differences in the meeting room or something.
Yep, that's definitely not happening ever.
Besides, you saw the monsters on that island. Can't speak for everyone here, but I don't want to die.
Monsters? Are they talking about the Abraxas? Sis?
Screw the negotiations. Screw the committee. Like it or not, we were the first ones to find the island, not the Austrians or the Germans.
Right. Oh. Oh no, this is during the storm. Oh yeah. We're sure now, it's very evident. He grumbles and picks the monocular back up, straining to catch another glimpse of the island across the waters. I mean, this is a pretty bad binocular if you can't even see the island. The sea is tranquil, as it often is this time of year. The water sparkles under the golden sun, stretching to the horizon without an island in sight.
Damn, those arcanists have gone into hiding again.
Okay?
I swear I could see it from here yesterday.
I don't know how they hide it, how they hid the entire island. Maybe that's the cleansing ritual, but I swear 6 was just like undoing the ritual or something when he was supposedly when he was supposed to cleanse it. Is that it? Is that the island? He blinks, unsure if his eyes are tricking him.
Are
Is
those
did it
bird-like
moving?
creatures leaving in droves?
Oh, the Abraxases? Are those the Abraxases? They're all leaving? I mean, it is a tough time on the island right now. His words barely catch anyone's attention. A new poker game is underway on the supply crate. A radio, couple of beers, and a game of poker. A rare moment of enjoyment. Who could ask for more?
Georgie, brother, leave them be. Come, play with us.
That was a really nice riffle of the cards.
George?
Georgie? The soldier does not seem to hear his name. He grips the monocular tightly, his
What
mouth
an
up.
opportunity this is. It's too good to pass up. We've got to act now.
Oh right, they were scared of the Abraxases. That's why they failed the landing or something. So now with all the Abraxases leaving the island, they can strike. Also, this kind of looks cool. Is that like the eye of the storm or something? Well, it can't be because I'm fairly sure the storm happened in what's the place called? Vienna. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that's the core of the storm. But yeah, it's interesting that this also looks like an eye of a storm. A drop of vibrant paint slides down his cheek and lands on the ground with a splatter.
We will claim what is ours. This island belongs to us. It's in our territory and we were the first to find it. Why shouldn't it be ours?
Is he like failing miserably to notice this paint on the sky? The card players pause, gawking at the paint sliding down each other's faces, unaware that their own faces are melting as well. In the silence, the only sound that fills the air is the static of the radio.
The Austro-Hungarian Empire has officially declared war on Serbia.
Oh,
Russia is
oh
mobilizing
no.
in support of Serbia. Germany demands Russia to stop mobilizing at once.
Oh,
Germany
everything's,
is
oh
mobilizing.
no.
France is mobilizing.
Oh no, everything's going wrong. Okay, so this is probably like around an hour maybe. Oh, Kakanya! Oh, hello, Kakanya. Is she still with Marcus? Oh, Ring Road. The street has turned into canvas of mesmerizing hues. The colorful paints swirl and burst, creating one spiral after another. Yeah, this place looks nuts. Wow. Yeah, no, I did not expect to see to come back to like Kakanya and potentially Marcus here, because I thought, yeah, we were just gonna assume they're gonna leave safely and reach the storm shelter. I guess there's more to their story. It's almost like the stage set of a twisted carnival.
Father, Mother, Albert, Ilsa!
Sorry, Kakanya, there's not enough space in the storm shelter for all of them.
Open the door! It's important! You have to listen to me!
She pounds on the door, but as soon as she makes contact, the door softens and melts like butter. Melts like paint, probably. She trips through the door, but quickly recoils at the horror inside. Uh-oh, this cannot be good. The art and specimens, once delicate and exquisite, now resemble a jumble of spilled paint.
No, this can't be.
Did they turn into oil paintings?
Albert?
Because this is the core of the storm, right? So the effects are more drastic here. Still with a glimmer of hope, she carefully calls out to her brother. Right, so did she find like her parents dead then, I'm guessing?
Clara, it's odd to see you so flustered. What's the matter?
Oh no, he's so calm. There's no way he's fine. His face must be like half gone or something. The familiar
I'm headed
voice
to the
brings
business
relief to
school.
her.
We'll talk when I get back.
Oh my god. How does he not know? Albert picks up the hat and adjusts the brim. The pin on the hat, Vingler's shop, shimmers in the dim light. Thank goodness. He seems to be fine, does he? He's still the reliable brother she remembers, the family's pride in his sharp three-piece suit. Is he though? We haven't seen his face yet. We're still panning up. Oh, his fingers are not looking good, guys. Albert's not having a good time, guys. His hand, his arm. I'm just gonna wait for this to slowly pan.
Business school?
Alright, yeah. Business school? Yeah, where are you heading, buddy? You don't look so good. Yikes. Come on, let's see this face. How bad can it be? Oh, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. Yeah, no. This certainly does not bode well for Mr. Albert here.
But didn't you swear to never go back? Ever since your human classmate shot your arm in a duel.
Oh, what? Business school sounds terrible, bro. And is Kakanya also not noticing this paint?
Wait, what happened to your arm?
Oh, this arm. Yeah, it does not look good. He turns around and Kakanya can finally see. Oh, right, he was turned away, right? Half of his suit is covered in colors, paint trailing down his face and pulling at his feet. An arm of flowing colors is attached to his body, like a mismatched puzzle piece.
Oh, Ethan. Yes, he wounded me. He had to prove his standing to the Brotherhood. There was no other way.
Okay.
But that's in the past. He gave me his arm, so now we're even.
He gave... What? That's not good. He raises his left hand to show her the blade. Streaks of blood are still on it. Wait, so he killed Ethan? He casually tosses it aside, letting it clatter into the darkness and disappear into the swirls of colors. Damn. Albert grabs his walking stick, his new arm dangling lifelessly at his side.
I have to go. I have to find Johnson, Raymond, and Herbert. That little rascal pushed Ilsa into the fountain. We have a score to settle.
Take
care, Clara.
Take care, Albert. He strikes past her and hails a carriage with triangles for wheels at the door.
Albert, don't go!
Where's Marcus, though, I wonder? Did they split up? She runs to stop the carriage, but is unaffected by her efforts, like everything else in this place. A set of footsteps approach from behind.
The storm syndrome is spreading, Doctor. Stay any longer, you'll be infected too.
Hello, Marcus.
Please, leave with me.
Uh-oh. Place is rumbling. The trembling ground interrupts her. A mob with distorted faces swarm through the streets, chanting slogans and singing in their own tongues. White pro-war pamphlets litter the ground like snowflakes being absorbed into a mire of effervescent paint. The city is bursting with unrelenting energy, like a speeding chariot or a twirling powder keg.
The sign bell in the parade. Is that Aurora? I just met her at the coffee house last week. We're talking about her wedding.
Well, Kakanya, I'm afraid we're gonna have to leave. We don't have time. We don't want to get infected by the storm syndrome, even though we are Arcanists.
Watch out, Doctor!
Uh-oh. Oh! A sign crashes to the ground beside them. Rage-filled citizens are tearing the streets apart. Even the handles of roadside benches are yanked off and made a weapon. The fervent protest consumes all who come across it, forcing them to participate with no option to decline.
This is bad. They have lost their minds. This way, Doctor. We have to get out of here.
Indeed we must. Okay, we're fighting some people. Alright, alright.
Filter complete. Move carefully.
Come on then. Don't quit combat.
Please stay behind me. Please, allow me. Be careful.
Oh, I just noticed There's like a slight paint overlay over here. That's really cool.
You won't get away.
Oh, we actually killed someone. Nice. Maybe I should have killed that guy then.
Get it. Please stay behind me. Just another shift.
Alright then, let's get this. Oh wait, I might actually be able to use the ult. The 2月 ult.
You won't get away.
Oh wait, no, but it'll be cast after this stage. I mean this round. Never mind then. Another day, another time where we can't use 2月 ult.
Please, mortals.
Well, everyone's dead. Well, GG. Good stuff.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master.
Ooh, what's this? 3 of those. That seems very, very useful. Okay, here we go.
This way, Doctor. We have to go back to your clinic. The Special Operations Squad will meet us there.
Okay. The young investigator holds the doctor's hand, determined to do her duty. But the doctor halts her steps and droops her head, looking dejected.
Marcus, you once said that there was another way to make things right. And then you did your part, as I did mine.
Kakanya, don't do this.
But now, after all that's happened, please tell me, what's the point of us trying?
We must persevere, Kakanya. No matter how devastating the world around us may seem, no matter how convoluted all this oil paint looks on people's faces, you know, how distorted their faces look, we must not give up. There is a glimmer of hope, Kakanya. We must press on, we must go to the bottom of this, and we must save the world, Kakanya.
Will we save them in time? Is there any chance that we can turn things around?
Well, I mean, we did just learn that the storm immunity ritual is it's got some nasty side effects. So yeah, our dream of saving the entire world at this current storm might be a bit beyond us. But you know, I mean, 37 got something from a Perun. We got a string of numbers, and you know, maybe that string of numbers is legit, and it's actually gonna save us and help protect us from the storm, maybe. But probably not this time though. I just don't see it. Everything looks so devastating for this current storm. She struggles to hold back a sob. The roaring crowd fades into the distance, and the ring road of yesterday is now but distant memory, never to be relived.
The ritual you acquired, the one you said could save everyone. Is it working now?
Oh.
Let me in.
Oh, Enigma is trying to break into some place. Hello, Enigma. The floor in Laplace's corridor has lost its clean silvery sheen. Oh yeah, right. Lucy was trying to continue the research, even though there's these crazy side effects to the storm immunity ritual. Dawkins and his slobbering mud certainly played a major role in the destruction. The guards used every cleaning orb in their inventory to restore even a hint of its original glory. A pair of angry feet stomp across the floor, ignoring their colleagues' attempts to stop them. Enigma adds more muddy footprints around, without hesitation.
I have just one question. Why hasn't the project stopped yet?
We must save the world at any cost. His outcry elicits a reaction. The door to the director's office flings open and an angry figure storms out.
Adler Hoffman, you have been removed from the team. You're not authorized to be here. You
Okay.
have violated
Oh yeah, they did
the
kick him off the
LSCC
team.
safety management regulations? I brought them with me. You're welcome.
Real light. He throws a hefty manual right into his former leader's face.
If you cared about the regulations as much as you claim, you'd know that none of what's happening aligns with its guidelines. even the head of Laplace has no authority to continue the experiment under these circumstances.
Yeah, this is kind of terrible. Before he can continue, his ex-leader sharply cuts him off.
Get out of my face, Adler. I don't have time for this. We're in a state of war. Every participant has signed an informed consent form. If you are not part of this project, please leave immediately.
Honestly, shout out to all the participants who signed the form. Cause yeah, we saw it in the trace, and yeah, it is. Well, I probably wouldn't sign that form, to be honest. The
we
side
only have
effects
18
sure are not
hours
good.
until the storm. This is it. The first time we've made such a breakthrough in all 9 storms.
All 9 storms. Okay, perfect. They just told us the number of storms that we've experienced. Very cool.
Your sister gave up her life to take us this far. I hope you don't need me to remind you that.
Bro, you just did. Let's fight you, Mr. Ulrich. Let's fight you, come on. Adler Hoffman is abruptly silent. A fiery rage ignites in his hazel eyes. Oh, he's not happy. A deafening void engulfs the space as Ulrich realizes his verbal blunder.
Yes, she made the ultimate sacrifice, hoping that it would lead to a breakthrough. But instead, death continues to rise. How can you let this go on?
He charges ahead, shoving Ulrich aside with his elbow. Uh-oh, we're going rogue. Ulrich's head slams against the wall, ferrofluids shifting erratically
I
inside.
demand to know why the experiment is still going.
He starts working on the padlock on the door. Nothing's going to stop him from breaking through today. The alarm goes off. Ulrich struggles to his feet against the wall, a hand up to his head.
Don't we have enough crazies around here?
No, we don't.
Madame Lucy has important things to do. She has no time for you. Go cry to your therapist, human.
Oh, and we're being racist again.
Important? What could be possibly more important than this right now? What happened to the humanitarian ideals of the Foundation? Are we now under the tyranny of machines?
Oh, AI is taking over, guys. Oh no.
What's this important thing she's got to do? Reading the paper? Sipping on oil and charging up in a 230-volt bath?
That's funny. He cracks the code. Pushing Ulrich's arms aside, Enigma forces his way into the room. What is Lucy up to, though? The room is completely dark. Well, that's not very helpful. What is that? A piston spins at his feet. Well, what's happening?
Is that you, Adler?
Lucy, what are you doing? Surely Lucy's like eyes or something glow, so there's no way. How's it completely dark? What is Lucy doing? Is she like hooked up to a massive computer or something? To be continued. Ah, damn it. Whatever. So let's press on quickly to the next part. But actually, before I do that, I just need to mention. Oh, we've got an audio trace. Okay, give me a second. I just need to quickly tell you that all of my clear drops may have vanished, and it is because of this banner, Argus, and I used basically all the pulls I had at the time, and luckily I did actually achieve Argus. So yippee!
Got a job for me.
She's got some really cool eyes, by the way.
Just give me something they've used before. I'll find them.
Yeah, and she has a really, really deep voice, which is pretty cool. But yeah, oh yeah, for those wondering about the legitimacy of the Recoleta pulls in my blog, it is real. I do have her, so that's pretty cool. I'll probably not use her for now because yeah, my team is pretty stacked right now. Regardless, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Let's press on with this audio trace.
Look at this mirror, dear. There's a sizable stain on it.
I don't see any stains. Imagine she says it's me.
Look closer, dear. You can no longer see the part that has broken off, but you can see where it once was. Right there. A sizable stain.
I don't think you can call that a stain.
The owner thought the stain would be removed if she smashed the mirror. Now she has a collection of little mirrors, and the stain has gone into hiding.
That's a pretty bizarre strategy. Whose mirror is this?
A lady with great ambitions and an unconscious charm. A lady who wishes to make the rest of the world accept who she is, and has suggested that many others join her way of thinking.
What, is this supposed to be Isolde? Oh yeah, apparently, thanks to the person who pointed it out, they mentioned that Isolde was actually, like, I think taken, or will be taken by, like, the some Foundation people, and she's gonna be taken to the storm shelter or something as well, probably to interrogate her
Her
and stuff.
brother, on the contrary, hopes to be taken in. In his attempt to act like everyone else, he lost an arm in a duel.
Right, yeah, sorry, we're talking about Kakanya, sorry.
If you ask me, dear, I'd say they're very alike. Equally lonely.
Rip.
The brother and sister are a mirror image of each other. She's often repulsed by the sight of him, unable to reconcile herself with all that he reminds her of. Now the brother has found his missing arm, along with his long-lost dignity. The surgery that the sister had been hoping would be done on this world has finally started. But all of a sudden, she's terrified of the incisions.
Yeah, that is... I mean, the storm is pretty terrifying, I must say.
As I said, despite their differences in approach, the brother and sister are mirror images of one another. But now the mirror is broken. I hope she can make it through the 7 years of bad luck. Poor thing. There's no way around it.
Right, I was gonna mention what the 7 years of bad luck refers to, but I guess it's part of the saying or something, like if you break a mirror you get 7 years of bad luck, maybe? I don't know, I'm not too familiar with such superstitions. Alright, let's press on with a sandstorm in a room. Wait, what? That's 1.5 hours later. What? 1.5 hours later, okay. And this is Laplace? Wait, is this Laplace? Are we going to see Enigma and Lucy, or are we gonna cut to some other place? The piston rotates on the floor like a toy top. Wait, so 1.5 hours passed already? Damn, so much is happening simultaneously, I can't lie. But yeah, I mean, this room doesn't look completely dark. Come on now. Maybe the light wasn't on until now.
I am not in a suitable form to receive a guest.
Wait, Lucy is a spinning piston? Huh. How did that happen?
Simone, can you put me back in my body?
How is this piston even speaking? Her assistant rushes over and puts her into a robot body.
I feel much better. Thank you.
Oh my god. Lucy, I think it's best you don't put on the face, like, ever again.
Oh, you have even put on a face for me. How sweet of you.
Thanks, Lucy's assistant. Wait a second. Is that a piston? No, I don't think so. I think it might just be a master key. I don't think that's a piston.
I have noticed your icy gaze, Researcher Adler. You are yearning to correct the logic of this place.
Well, I'm glad you noticed, Lucy.
Well, I only said that to Simone out of courtesy. In reality, whichever body I am put into makes no difference to me.
What? Is Lucy, like, misunderstanding the reason for Enigma's icy gaze? Her ill-timed explanation annoys him even more.
The experiment, ma'am. Why hasn't it stopped?
Well, we must stop. We must save people.
Are you going to
from the
pretend
storm.
that nothing's happened? That no one died? Could it be that you and Ulrich, the awakened, being the tin cans you are, have no regard for actual lives?
Ooh.
Adler Hoffman, I will not warn you again.
Uh-oh. Ulrich storms back into the room with 2 guards ready to throw him out at any moment.
Relax, Adler. You are led by a biased opinion because you lack critical information. A common defect in all cognitive processes.
Okay, what's this critical information then, Lucy? Please share.
I believe you will shift to a more rational perspective once you receive sufficient information on the subject.
Yes, come on then, Lucy. What's more important? That's...
A more rational perspective?
Give us the information. The human, known for his logical thinking, responds with an overwhelming amount of feeling.
We are humans, not machines. We are not expendable parts. I have plenty of reasons to question your decisions. Your excessive insistence on this experiment could be a sign of uncontrollable behavior, a trait commonly seen in arcanists.
I mean, isn't Lucy an arcanist though?
The experiment has been cancelled everywhere.
Ah! Perfect. Well, Adler, I guess she was right. We are going to have a more logical perspective of this situation now.
Except for this very room.
Oh. Well, okay. Enigma, we're
What?
The robot flashes a smile as if anticipating the man to be pleased with her response.
As you and researcher Medicine Pocket have said, the ritual is beyond the limits of almost everyone here. The side effects will kill them before the ritual can even take effect.
Right.
The first wave was inevitable. Dora had pressed send before she disintegrated. We only managed to halt the subsequent transmissions and evacuate the unaffiliated staff. We kept only a few arcanists on the team, and each has signed the consent form.
Bruh, shout out to these people who signed the form. Mutual consent, that bloody form again.
Forgive me, ma'am, but I have to use your argument against you.
Oh, we're having a debate. I'm fairly sure we've got more pressing matters, so I can't lie, other than having this discussion. But you know what,
You
whatever.
are guided by a biased opinion, an overly optimistic one, because you have failed to properly assess the risks involved. We have suffered enough misfortunes just by uttering a few syllables of the incantation. We've talked about the limit of things before. You should know better and ask the rest of the team to quit the experiment. Your insistence will only bring calamity upon calamity on our people for nothing.
Okay, Enigma. The researcher fights to stay calm, reiterating his views he had already shouted in the hallway. Ulrich begins his retort, but the director simply nods in agreement.
You might be right.
Ah! Oh, perfect!
But how is being right going to help us?
Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh. Damn. So what if, doing all these experiments are going to cause more calamity? If we stop doing it, we won't add more calamity, but the whole world is still gonna get cooked by the storm, which is dropping in around 17 hours? No. I don't know. It's either 16 hours and a half or around that. She grins, trying for a warm, gentle smile, but it comes across as anything but. Enigma despised that face. Every time she tried to show a hint of humanity, it only served to highlight how different she was from everyone else. But yeah, like if we don't pursue the experiments, we are all gonna get cooked. If we pursue the experiments, more people might die, but there's also a minuscule chance that we succeed, maybe?
You spoke of the limit, and I am surprised that it is you who brought it up.
Okay. Enigma pauses for a second, not sure if she's being sarcastic.
The physical appearance of humans has remained relatively unchanged since the Neolithic era, but their thoughts and civilization continued to evolve and underwent significant transformations.
Thanks for the lesson, Lucy. Do go on.
The
Do go on.
achievements that humanity enjoys today were not given to the species by any one person with godlike powers, but were the result of the collective efforts of all human beings. Limits and boundaries must be pushed, or there would never have been room for development. There is no reason to believe that the limit cannot be challenged, especially when we already have the tools to do so.
Damn. Okay.
We must make progress happen.
Grandiose lies.
Oh.
Lies?
Oh, the way she's looking down, that's pretty cool. That's a cool angle. Oh crap, he forgot about her excellent hearing. Oh, he was like muttering to himself? I thought he actually like said that to Lucy, which was which would have been pretty cool.
We have no choice but to go beyond that limit. If we do not break away from the storm, there is no future for us, let alone progress. We need to first determine all the side effects as a priority. This important step will help us compile data and eliminate the effects so our colleagues can use the ritual safely.
Bro, no way determining the side effects is a priority. The people are just gonna get injured or even dead trying to figure out all the side effects.
And who will try it this time, Madam Lucy? You're not going to test the side effects as the cost of lives, are you?
I sure hope not.
No. Thanks to Ulrich, we stumbled upon a breakthrough.
Oh, another breakthrough. Damn. The gift that
You
keeps
are
on
right.
giving.
It is time to send the other Arcanists home. Only the awakened are needed here.
Okay. They're gonna test it on awakened Arcanists?
The awakened?
I mean, the awakened are originally like inanimate objects, right? What happens if they do utter the incantation? Actually, we haven't seen an awakened utter it yet. So, but then, what if the incantation affects awakened Arcanists differently to normal, like fleshy Arcanists? Oh, the tungsten wires glow faintly red in the dark. Then the room is lit.
The power is back, Mom. We are ready to resume.
Resume. With whom?
It will take time to properly explain.
Are they just... Is there anyone else in this room other than these four? Well, I guess there's also the 2 security guards or whatever that Ulrich brought in, but... Yeah, so... Is I don't know. I'm wondering if Lucy and Ulrich are like the only candidates here testing. I don't even know if Lucy would test it herself.
Please wait, Adler. We have yet to reach an agreement.
An agreement on what? Who to test first?
What? Are you experimenting? Here?
Yes, buddy, that's what she said. All the experiments are in this room. Ignoring his surprise, Lucy sits down on the iron bench. Is she actually testing it on herself? Oh my god, she is. Wires of various sizes are attached to her body. The instrument comes to life to the piston's rhythm, faithfully recording every change in the robot. I wonder how Lucy came to be, though. From her slightest movements to arcane fluctuations, nothing goes unnoticed. Okay.
La Unwa.
That's pretty shaky, Lucy.
Wait, she's reciting it?
Huh. But what if we lose the robot body? Do we have backups? Frozen in place by the scene, he looks around the room and
She's read
disbelieves.
the reports, right? She was there when Dora broke into pieces.
Finish the incantation, Lucy. Wait a second. Okay, judging from how heavy Lucy is breathing, I'm going to assume this is the first time she's actually read out this incantation. I thought they might have been experimenting already, but she did say that they were still like arguing or something. Yeah, they have yet to reach an agreement, and then she's just immediately doing it. What? Rarely does her back curl up like this. Uh-oh. The usual cheerful expression on her face has changed to one of unease, suggesting that something is amiss. Well, that sure isn't good. She does not look like she's having a fun time there. She hasn't even finished the incantation. A hunk of metal should not feel pain. They have no flesh, no nerves. But if she is in agony, what could be the cause of such torment? Will she break apart too, like those people? The ominous curse has set its sights on its prey. It watches, almost like Zeus on a mountaintop, ready to unleash lightning on the mortals who dare steal fire.
No. Simone, I cannot continue.
Oh, well, nice try, Lucy. The most primal, instinctual fear. This is the first time he's ever heard her emotions pour out so raw.
You fools! Don't just stand there! Stop her! Now!
Panic and horror twist in his stomach. He has an irresistible urge to rip out the wires and put an end to her torture.
Who's going to lead us if she also turns into a pile of scraps?
Stay where you are, Enigma.
Ulrich, what the hell, bro? Are you gonna force Lucy to do this? Ulrich's voice, full of animosity, comes from behind.
You insisted on being here. You demanded to see this. Don't bring your pathetic, narrow-minded humanitarian values in here and tell us what to do. What do you know about us?
What are we going to ignore Lucy's cries? For the sake of science. Well, this sucks. Simone leans over to her. She speaks softly.
You can do it, madam. This is just part of the established procedures.
I don't get
a few more syllables, madam, and it will be over.
I don't get how she's experiencing pain before even...
Procedures.
I don't know how the effects are taking, though, before she even says the entire thing. Fear ebbs away little as she repeats those words.
That.
Her eyes close. She forces out the last word with great determination.
Seer. Clo.
Oh! It is done. The power's gone, guys. Now what? Also, I thought you had to say these syllables, like, consecutively. I guess you don't. Well, I sure hope Lucy's alright. A clear, accurate, impeccable read. Right at that moment, the lights in the lab go out. Yeah, I noticed.
Was that all, Simone?
Yes.
No one can see her face in the darkness, but Enigma believes it to be a smile.
Good.
I sure hope I don't see a pile of scraps. What's happening? What's happening? A gust of sand rises in the room. From where? Where's the sand coming from? Without warning and out of nowhere, it screams through the enclosed darkness. The raging storm engulfs the robot's cold metal body, carrying her away with great force. That's not good. When the sand subsides, all that remains is an old piston clattering to the ground. Guys? 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 Please tell me Lucy is not dead. Oh my god, you can see the piston on the ground. And this is half an hour later. The pioneers. Right. Guys. Even if there's no path, even if there is no destination. Well, I sure hope Lucy isn't dead. If Lucy's dead, I don't know. Laplace, surely Laplace would be cooked, as Enigma said. The piston can speak, right? A deathly silence. Uh-oh. Until Enigma stumbles back, nearly falling over another person in the room.
She's dead.
No way. The piston lies motionless on the ground, as lifeless as any other object.
This is what you wanted to show me?
His heart pounds in his ears as he pants, fists clenched and slick with sweat.
To watch her utter a curse that's always brought death, only to die in vain? And you just let it happen?
Ulrich looks at him, his voice poised and steady.
Calm down.
Sure, man, I'll calm down.
Calm down. She's dead right there. You murderer.
We have already repeated this experiment many times.
What? How? Enigma is in disbelief.
Many times? What? You've sent people to their deaths over and over again?
No, Enigma. I think what he's referring to is like Lucy has done this many times. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe there's like a maybe they did like a save file for Lucy or something and just like they're just farming it. But I don't know. Is that possible to duplicate like Lucy like that? The ferrofluid flows again, forming a shape that Enigma can only interpret as disdain.
Look at you, Adler, peeing your pants over a curse. The human boy is so scared that he forgot to ask the crucial question. Did the ritual work?
I don't know, bro. Did the ritual work? I mean, how can we test its resistance against the storm or immunity?
But what do you mean? The curse. The side effect killed her. The experiment failed. Is that not what happened?
No. Triggering the curse and failure are two separate things. I was the first one to recite the incantation, way before Dora.
What? So...
When I read it aloud, it worked. I felt the warmth of a miraculous blessing on my head. Soft, light as a feather.
What?
I told Madame Lucy right away, but as soon as she left the room, the curse hit me, and I began to liquefy.
Right, okay, so that's how we managed to verify the pronunciation.
There was no one else in the room. My liquid form had become too insubstantial to push the help button. A long darkness followed. After that, I woke up again in my original primitive form, the way I first came into this world.
Wait, so he's suggesting that maybe the same would have happened to Lucy as well? And that's how the... Oh, and that's how we saw the piston in the beginning. When Enigma entered the room, maybe. That's like after Lucy respawned. Yeah, maybe.
Original primitive form?
The ferrofluid pulsates, in which Ulrich's body language is a nod.
Unlike humans, the awakened have neither flesh nor nerves. We are pieces of consciousness, echoes of a primordial melody that just happen to reside in material objects by chance. With a mind and a body combined, we could talk, learn, think like you do, and perform the experiment and endure the side effects.
What? So this is how they've been farming the side effects.
And this curse, for some reason, cannot affect the primal consciousness that caused our awakening in the first place. While human minds dissipate when their tangible bodies are destroyed, our minds reawaken regardless of the changes and destruction of our external bodies.
That's crazy. So... Okay, so I guess theoretically then they could just endlessly experiment on awakened people, and they could identify all the side effects, and maybe in like sometime down the line, I highly doubt it'll be that immediate, but sometime down the line maybe they can eliminate all those side effects and then maybe apply it to humans.
Of course, this was an assumption based on idealized circumstances, and I needed another awakened being who could awaken in different bodies to confirm my theory. That is why I sought out Madame Lucy for cross-verification. The results?
The results
Yes,
matched.
it was an assumption. You said it yourself. You came back to life this time. But what about the next? Nothing is for sure in Arcanum.
But Lucy, no, we saw Lucy, no? Nah, I think yeah, when Enigma entered the door and saw the piston on the ground, that was Lucy after reawakening, after an experiment.
What if she never wakes up again? What if she dies for good?
I mean, that is true as well. He swats Enigma's hand away.
We know what we are doing, human. Stay out of this. Only the awakened can carry out the experiment. So we must proceed. This has nothing to do with race. It is a sense of duty that every researcher should have possessed when they chose this path. We have to go beyond the limit. Not out of madness, but out of rationality.
Damn. Silence fills the room, like the beginning of a time when there was no sound to be heard. Then slowly the piston starts to spin. Oh, it's the same piston. I thought another piston would start spawning in.
We seem to have replicated effect number 2. And 117 of the Coleman Lab's protective rituals were proven ineffective.
Right. So they're trying out protective rituals as well? But I thought it was testing for side effects as well. So I guess they haven't found a new side
Write it
effect
down, Simone.
in that experiment.
This is the 4th time we have seen it. Also, number 45 and 69 are related to it. We need to speed up. This is too slow.
Okay. The lights are back on again, and the piston is placed into new body. Bro, where are these new bodies coming from? Being prepared for all possible outcomes. All possible outcomes requires a significant amount of metal material, but is essential for data collection and analysis. With a soft hum, the robot turns her head and looks at Enigma, surprised.
Adler, what are you doing here?
Okay, so yeah, I think there is some sort of save state or something, because Lucy doesn't remember him being here.
I am glad to see you out of your room and working with us again.
Wait, that's... Maybe it takes a while.
No, he's not on the team, Mum. He forced his way in here.
Right. Yeah, okay, no. I thought she was like... her memory was going backwards like a bit too far, but no, I think, yeah, it's not that far back.
Oh? My apologies. I seem to lose a small amount of data when I reawaken.
Okay, slight memory loss. I mean, we can cope with that. That's also a side effect, you know? She smiles at him, as she always does.
Still, I am glad that you are showing initiative, Adler. Were we supposed to talk?
No. We have nothing more to discuss, ma'am. Ulrich has filled me in on everything.
Yeah, he looks pretty sad, man. Poor guy, man.
But I still worry whether the experiment's risks were properly assessed.
Assessments will only be assessments. Much is beyond measure when it comes to Arcanum.
Great. Yep, great. Thanks, Lucy. Well, I'll leave you to your death and respawning, okay?
Perhaps faith plays a more important role here.
Faith. The only faith I have is that something is still gonna go terribly wrong somehow. In this storm. Enigma is caught off guard by her words.
I'm surprised it is you talking about faith, ma'am.
It seems we both have the ability to surprise each other.
Okay, Lucy. Goodbye now. As they speak, the robot strolls over to a chair and sits back down.
You are right. Assessments could indeed be useful to us.
Lucy, you're saying this now after conducting multiple experiments. You're saying that risk assessments could be helpful? This is a really cool pose, though. I don't know why the music's changed.
It allows us to know the probabilities of success and failure based on established facts and past experience.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's build a model. Let's build a model and, you know, consider the probability distributions, you know?
But when we find ourselves in uncharted darkness, with no information or past experience to guide us, how are assessments going to help us?
She ponders and stares into the void. Perhaps the experiment did fry some circuits. She's more sentimental than usual.
The only thing we have in such darkness is the unwavering faith to move forward.
That's so inspirational, Lucy.
When the first steam engine whistled, I awoke into this world.
Damn, that's a long time ago.
At the beginning of this new life, my circuits were charged with a singular primal desire to progress. In the midst of that never-ending whistle, I have watched man build the towers of science and knowledge, and I have watched them unleash chaos and destruction.
This is very inspirational, Lucy, but I swear you said you don't have much time, so I think, you know, you should go back on experimenting, maybe.
You too have been lost and deterred, but your engines of progress have never stopped churning. Always move forward, no matter the destination you told yourselves. Until the storm brought everything to a standstill.
That is true. Science has been held back, and it's kind of been deteriorating ever since the storm arrived.
But this is just a small setback. We are only back to the beginning where we stumble blindly.
Only back to the beginning.
And this time, I happen to have a cane.
A cane? That can help us, guide us? She gives him a tender smile.
No need to worry about me. I will not shut down as long as there is still hope for progress.
That's great, Lucy. Very inspirational.
We have wasted a bit of time on data recovery.
Yeah?
Come, Simone. Let us begin the next experiment.
Oh, okay.
I hope to dissolve into paste this time, so we can easily handle it with a Coleman's ritual of transformation.
A human researcher knows that it'd be inappropriate for him to stay here any longer. Gritting his teeth, he moves toward the door, trying his best to leave the horrific scene behind him. Someone is waiting for him by the door. Who else could it, who could it be?
We know what we are doing, and you are of no help here.
Yep, Ulrich. My bad. It's my bad. You go save the world, buddy.
It's been the same old story in this place for the past 8 years. When your faith crumbled during the storm, it was us who took over the place and cleaned up after you. It was us who got things back up and running, put coals in the hearth, and blazed a trail when everyone was lost in the dark.
Thanks, Ulrich. Go back to your experiment now.
I know you may not understand the intricacies of the Arcanum, but please, show some basic respect for our efforts.
Thanks, man. Goodbye.
Will you do the experiments yourself, Ulrich?
Of course. I am not some emotional, unhelpful little punk.
Okay, buddy, go back in there. SMH. Instead of his usual witty comeback, Enigma simply shakes his head in a slow motion.
Do you still remember Adams?
I don't know who Adams is, bro. A sudden question that seems out of place. The ferrofluid quivers. The name seems to unearth memories that have been buried for 8 long years in the confines of this institution.
Adams. Roman. Adolf. Sylvia. Albert. Louise. Those who were taken from us by the rain. Melvin. Francis. Caroline. Leopold. They volunteered for the field, but we never heard from them again.
RIP.
Now we have Dora, Richard, Dawkins, and Victor on the list. Life has a wicked sense of humor. My mentor, my classmates, my colleagues. Each of them deserved to live more than me. But they're all gone now. There's only me talking to you. Alive. Useless. Am I going to see your names on that list too, Ulrich?
Oh, the ferro fluid like dropped down. I don't think I've seen that before. In this rare moment, he lowers his head. But soon he raises his arms and slaps the man hard on the back.
Spare me the feelings, human. Though I will take back my sarcastic jabs at you, it is not something a leader should do. Madame Lucy talked to me about the importance of teamwork.
He awkwardly pats the human on the shoulder, a clumsy attempt at friendliness.
Go back to your room, Adler. The Arcanists will take over from here. Until we get the results, you won't be needed here.
Back to our room. Enigma heaves a breath.
I will say this, Ulrich. If you survive the experiments...
Alarmed by the opening words, Ulrich instinctively turns down his receiver to avoid hearing anything too warm. That would be more painful than suffering through 100 experimental side effects.
I will submit the sincerest application to never be on the same team as you again.
Oh my god.
So neither of us will have to worry about teamwork. How's that sound?
Oh, buddy. A curve that almost resembles a smile appears on his face.
I will wait for that application, Adler.
I sure hope you'll live to see it, buddy. Okay. Now, roll up your sleeves and clear your mind. This is not the time to grieve. Bro! Adler just has no time to grieve, man. Yeah, the storm is still coming in like 17 hours now. Or 15. If human reasoning and arcane knowledge are not enough on their own, perhaps a combination of the two can solve this problem. Uh-oh? Is Enigma gonna be inspired to do something? The lab door is in shambles, its metal plate barely hanging on. A wooden sign reading "Keep Out" sways precariously, covered in the bite marks and scratches. Enigma takes a moment before finally knocking on the door. A voice answers from within.
Who's there?
Who are you?
Adler Hoffman from the cryptography team. Is Medicine Pocket in?
Oh, Medicine Pocket.
I heard that they wrote a paper on the linear correlation between the purity of an Arcanist bloodline and their power. Can I get some more details on the research?
Okay. Nothing like some studying, you know, while the apocalypse is coming. The door creaks open to reveal a youthful face, but she is not the genius he is looking for. The lab technician looks at him through her glasses and hesitates a little.
The paper is here. Help yourself. Sorry about the stains on it. I just took it out of the trash.
Why is it in the trash? Anyways, these are some scary looking goggles.
If you're looking for Medicine Pocket, I'm afraid they just left.
Ah, rip.
Left? To where?
There is a subtle conflict on her face. She is torn between covering for her colleague and following the rules. It is more than enough for him to catch on.
They left the building? Hasn't the countdown already begun?
Bro, where's Medicine Pocket going?
Yes, and by regulations we are not to leave. But, they said their new theory had to be verified in the storm.
Oh my god. Why can't we just have like... Oh, whatever, bro. Whatever. Everyone's pioneering for progress. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Just let them be, bro. Okay, we've got Side Effect Defense Research Progress Report. Number 3, immediate death, no other symptoms. Well, that sucks. I don't know what this 7 means though. 7, soluble in soil. 11. 14, hair modification. 5. 30, dispersion of consciousness. 9. 46, fluid allergy. 4. Persistent severe dehydration. 1. Proportional body shrinkage. 4. Embrittlement of the whole body. 6. Unstoppable and reversible and irreversible. Avoid the ground and wear special footwear. Shave head and observe further. Okay. Call out loud. Maintain a dry environment, control water intake, continuous infusion. Administer care as per the lab tests animal standards for proportional body shrinkage. Apply a solidifying spell or wrap in cotton. Okay. Seems like we have all these side effects and some ideas on how to take care of it. Alright. Let's press on. Oh. Yep. Let us press on with part... Oh wait, there's something here. Diagnosis record for the awakened. We absolutely respect the health rights of our employees. That's great to hear. Diagnostic subject, Lucy. Examination items. X-ray scanning, visualization, fluoroscopy, magnetic induction check, intelligence checks for age groups 6 to 60, including vision and hearing checks. Clinical manifestation, the subject's core briefly lost consciousness after channeling an incantation and returned to normal. Considering the replaceability of the external shell, the damage is negligible. Only changes to the core are described below, basically unchanged. The subject's core remains stable, with no apparent external injuries or any internal damage found. All the examination indices are normal. It is speculated that the subject's external shell bore the brunt of the curse, and that the subject's spirit is greater than the material of the vessel. According to one of the current mainstream views, the consciousness of the awakened comes from some still unknown macro-arcanum phenomenon. Perhaps it is such arcane phenomena that override the side effects of the incantation, helping to overcome the curse directly affecting the core, so that the target does not die from the curse while the consciousness remains. Final diagnosis. The subject's suggestion to further verify the side effects of the curse by using herself was agreed upon. However, according to past records, the awakened are not forever indestructible, so observation must be maintained and the experiment must be terminated immediately if symptoms such as core degradation or mental abnormalities occur. Alright, seems reasonable. Alright, let's press on. Part 16, to open the floodgates. This is 15 minutes later, so maybe we'll see Medicine Pocket or something, unless we're jumping to another area again. Yeah, we're kind of we've got like 3 simultaneous areas, you know? The storm arrives in 17 hours. Okay, that saves me from counting.
Ha! Fresh air, green grass, the dew, the mud. This is what I'm talking about. A better world.
Medicine Pocket, please go back inside. We don't want you to die out here or contract the storm syndrome. They kick the muddy ground with their boot in ecstasy. The mud splatters on the Foundation staff member's jacket, but he remains professional and does not bat an eye.
Researcher Medicine Pocket, I must remind you that we are at the edge of the immunity zone to the storm.
Alright, they're not outside just yet.
Once we cross the line, we will not only catch the storm syndrome, but also be taken by the storm at the end of the countdown. The entrance of the Foundation headquarters is bustling with personnel. As the storm approaches, a long line of field investigators have formed at the gate, waiting to pass through security. Medicine Pocket groans. They spread their hands in frustration, clearly unhappy with how skilled the staff member is at avoiding confrontation.
I know that. How stupid do you think I am? Hey, isn't that Rudolph? The poor guy sent to Tunguska? Hey man, how was Siberia? Welcome back. Did you bring me any new research materials? Oh, you don't recognize me? You're breaking my heart. It's me, your best friend that you just met, Medicine Pocket.
What? This is pretty bizarre. Is Medicine Pocket trying to scam people or something? While the Medicine Pocket attempt to approach the line is quickly thwarted, the staff member has to practically yank them back by their arms and legs.
Researcher, I must make clear that you only applied for 15 minutes outside for research purposes. Your countdown starts from the moment when you cross this line.
Alright.
Okay, safety first, I know. Get off me, you're hurting my arms.
Medicine Pocket struggles desperately and finally manages to plant all 4 limbs back on the ground.
I'll bounce as soon as the storm syndrome hits. Even if I catch it, look at the syndromes of this era. Distorted faces, murderous intentions, obsession with war, rampage. What's got you so worried? They aren't that bad.
Bruh.
Well, the melting faces part is kind of gross.
Yeah, I still can't get over how uncannily wide Medicine Pocket's smile is. The staff member responds with a blank expression. Medicine Pocket shrugs. They kneel down and open up a lever case. Oh, that's what we gave to Virgin, huh? 1 week is more than enough for a genius like them to upgrade an old apparatus. This is the second version of the sampling device for asymmetric nuclide R, boasting improved sensitivity compared to its predecessor. Perfect! So that's why we need to go outside.
I really wanted to test this in Vienna. Oh well, better than nothing. Alright, now, I'm gonna walk a little further from the immunity zone so the samples are easier to gather. The ideal distance is 1,500 kilometers, but, oh, don't worry, not gonna do that. Even I can't run that fast.
Yeah, okay. You have fun, Medicine Pocket. They hold the sampling device in their hands and step across the boundary. Well, the timer starts, right? Behind them, the staff member starts his timer, a skeptical look on his face.
Now behold, the important moment.
What's crazy is that, the Foundation...
When
oh,
I
sorry.
prove the dorks in Laplace wrong about asymmetrical nuclide R.
Wait, what are they trying to prove? Ah, resource room in Laplace, okay. The room is as dark and dusty as when Enigma last saw it, but to him, it's a sanctuary. Right. What was I gonna say again? Oh yeah, like, they only let Medicine Pocket apply for 15 minutes, but like, if we look back at like Kakanya and Marcus, they've literally spent like 5 hours, no, not 5 hours, 7 hours at the epicenter of the storm. Like, damn. I guess the storm just affects people sometimes. The towering piles of filed and outdated equipment immediately isolate him from the rest of the world. Finally, he is back in his fortress.
Now, hypothetically, if the storm research were to succeed, 2 things should have been done.
Alright. He's brainstorming. He scribbles quickly on the dusty whiteboard. 1. Oh, okay. Mass production of the ritual for humans.
And to find out the safe way to use it, we have to...
We have to experiment on Lucy and Ulrich, potentially. Safe usage of the ritual for arcanists and the mass production of the ritual for humans. Alright. Have the power to wield it, minimize the side effects.
This is what Lucy was thinking. The Awakened met the casting requirements of the incantation, and Ulrich succeeded, while the other arcanists did not feel the same miraculous blessing like he did.
Okay. But did Lucy feel the miraculous blessing, though, actually? And that's for the arcanists.
So as long as we eliminate the side effects, they'll be able to inscribe the incantation and mass produce it for the humans.
Amazing.
One problem is, only the Awakened can carry out the experiments. And there's not many of them around.
Yeah, that is the problem, it seems.
It'll take too long. There's no way to do this in 24 hours. Heck, it could take months or even years.
Okay.
There must be something else we can do.
I don't know. Humans! I don't know, man. I still want my theory of a human casting an arcane skill to be right. No, we're flashing back here. Okay.
But you are not an arcanist.
Exactly. Why should you be bound by their rules? Don't play by their rules or their limits.
Why should you play by their rules?
Oh my god. Enigma. Is he the GOAT? Is he gonna do it?
Yes, that's right. Let's try a different approach. What if I start with the desired outcome and work backwards to the question?
Okay. He crosses out the second step.
The quickest and most efficient way to save everyone is to make them qualified casters of the ritual.
Right. And that... Maybe that's why he wanted Medicine Pocket's paper on the linear correlation between arcanist blood purity and their powers. And I learned somewhere from someone's comment that Greta Hoffman was 1/4 Arcanist, apparently. And I'm assuming that means Enigma is also 1/4 Arcanist, which means that if he can identify the minimum Arcanist level required to cast the ritual, then that's going to be great. Because if a quarter Arcanist can cast the ritual, that means that all other quarter Arcanists or above should be able to cast it as well, which is much bigger coverage than just pure blood Arcanists.
They won't even need protective equipment if we can do that. The challenge is, how do we qualify the casting requirements?
You need to get different levels of Arcanist purity, blood purity, to cast it. But how are we gonna get that many levels of people to cast it, though? He looks at the papers on his desk in desperation.
Medicine Pocket's theory is correct, and there's enough data and supplementary experiments to back it up.
Uh-huh.
The power of Arcanists is
Wait.
directly tied to the purity of their bloodline, which is associated with the special cells in their bodies.
Isn't this the thing that we see when we click on like when we want to like get more energy? Isn't this what we see in the middle?
Using arcane skills reduces the activity of the cells, but the Picasma extract can reactivate them for extended casting. However, the extract only provides endurance, not power.
Right. So you still need to have the enough base power to cast it, and I guess the extract can like help with longevity. I don't know. I don't know how the immunity ritual works actually. I don't know if you cast it once and you're good forever, or you have to like update it every now and then or something.
It is physiologically impossible for a low-ranked Arcanist to cast a high-ranked skill. That's the reality of it.
Uh-huh. Would a storm immunity ritual be a low-ranked skill, though? Oh, goodbye.
If we were to compare the power of Arcanists to household appliances, let's say their normal voltage is 230 volts,
okay,
and if the storm immunity ritual were a high voltage source of 1,000 volts, no, millions of volts, like lightning,
then no one would be able to cast it, bro.
the household appliances would be destroyed in an instant.
Yes, they would, bro. He is used to simplifying complicated arcane jargon into relatable examples for practical application. Yeah. Okay, but if there's a way you can spread all of these volts, you can wait. If you can increase the resistance of the caster somehow, then the effective like volts you would get would decrease. If there's a way you can spread the all this energy across a large amount of appliances, maybe we would stand a chance. So maybe if we get like a massive group to cast it, well, we're not gonna get a massive group to cast it because we're not gonna get that many people willing to try it, but maybe if we like collectively do one ritual, maybe people might be able to survive.
As for the humans, they're not even in the picture. We cannot cast to begin with, and I personally didn't feel any blessing or curse when I recited half of the incantations that day.
Well then, buddy, maybe you should recite the whole incantation and see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Terrible death, I guess. He falls back into his chair, rubbing at his temple. The researcher struggles against his defeatist mindset, but the hopelessness is hard to ignore.
Think, how can I get everyone to meet the casting requirements of the ritual?
If we can increase the resistance, or something, or the arcanum equivalent of it, we need to somehow spread. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to directly decrease the strength of these millions of volts. I think the best way we could do it is to spread it across everyone. I mean, surely the entire Earth would be able to tank all of those volts, right?
What's theoretically impossible? The Arcanum never gave a damn about certainties. I've been reminded plenty that logic does not apply to things like this.
Uh-huh. Right. Irritated, he pushes the papers aside and pulls out a book of Arcanum from the mountain of clutter.
What about shortcuts? Are there records of transcendental rites? Significant celestial events? Sacrificial offerings? Or even Numa emanating ingredients that could boost the user's casting abilities?
Okay, that's another way of thinking about it. Just to boost people's abilities instead of letting them be at their non-castable ability.
Wait, Numa emanating.
Oh? Oh, he's cooking. Let him cook. A thought flashes across his mind.
Where have I seen that word before?
What, emanation? Numa emanating. He rushes to the bookshelf and starts rummaging through the dusty volumes.
It was in the files Ulrich told me to read. The Timekeeper's report from the Aegean Sea.
Yeah, the emanation. And Numa.
Those islanders call the storm the emanation. Why?
Oh? Okay, so if we assume that Numa emanating ingredients boost the user's casting abilities, does that mean that emanation, which is the storm, could potentially boost people's casting abilities as well?
The emanation. Emanation. Just what is emanating out?
The door swings open with a loud bang, causing him to jump in surprise. Oh my god, let me be! He let him cook, let him cook! The towering stack of books next to the door tumbles over as if nudged by an invisible force. Then he hears a familiar sound, shuffling footsteps from the hallway outside, sticky and wet. Ulrich? Oh, no, it's just cryptographer free.
What the?
How did bro get here, bro?
Dawkins, I hope you know this is not the time to catch up. That is if you're able to talk at all. No! Let go! I've just come up with an idea! Leave me alone!
He braces himself against the desk, straining to resist being thrown out of the room. He squirms across, stretching his fingers until he finally reaches the red button.
Somebody! Help!
Bro, who let him out, man? Terrible security in this place. Whatever. Let's fight. Let's win this.
Please stay behind me.
Alright, let's win.
Please let in your power.
Come on.
My responsibility.
Damn. These guys can tank a lot of damage. Awesome. Oh. Liang Yue is dazed. That's not great. Oh, she's not dazed anymore. Well, that's great. Very handy for me.
Please stay behind me.
This is a single target. Let's do some single target attacks.
Awaken.
Actually, I'm assuming that I'll be able to kill that guy. Oh, I guess I am. Nice.
My responsibility.
Perfect. Good stuff. Oh, and Liang Yue is paralyzed. That's not great.
An old factory man.
Let's press on.
You're not really here for revenge. And it wasn't you who pushed away the books and opened the door.
Was it Victor? Victor was the one who became imperceivable, right?
The invisible ghost. Victor?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Yo, Victor, why'd you do that? The colossal muddy gingerbread man nods, surprisingly docile. Beside him, a whiteboard marker in the air begins to write on the wall. It's me. Yo, Victor, come on. We've got Victor and Dawkins together. Come on, guys. The three of us shall cook up the perfect plan. And the marker turns its tips and points at the door. Is there an important book by the door? Or do we have to exit? Enigma does as his friend suggests and walks out of the hallway. Outside, people are talking and laughing with genuine joy on their faces. Huh?
Ah, Researcher Adler.
What? Why are we all happy? A figure in shiny uniform suddenly stops nearby. Enigma recognizes her as an unfortunate colleague who works with Medicine Pocket.
What happened? Any progress?
Why are people talking and laughing with joy on their faces?
Yes, researcher Medicine Pocket has proved their theory right.
What, that the storm has the asymmetrical nuclide R?
They have successfully found the asymmetrical nuclide R in the air before the storm, even if only a trace.
Okay. I thought we already knew that though, guys, I can't lie.
What did you say?
Okay, I think I'm heavily misremembering something here. Because where did we find the asymmetrical nuclide R? Was it the Manus masks? Maybe? Maybe. But yeah, no, hey, let's go, guys, we did it.
They came up with the idea because the nuclide was initially found in the raindrop samples of the storm. They deduced it also exists in the air before the storm occurs, like the water droplets in the atmosphere before rain.
Alright. They found it in the air, not the raindrop. Right. So they found it in the raindrop, but also it's in the air now. Okay. So what makes this a revelation?
So now, we can extract it directly from the air, without waiting for the timekeeper to bring the raindrops to us. This will help us a lot in the mass production of the protective gear.
I mean, how useful is the protective gear? I mean, I don't go around seeing Foundation members in protective gear. I mean, if they did, then I guess Marcus and Kakanya should be in them right now. She trails off as she notices the look on his face.
No way. The emanation. Asymmetrical nuclide R.
What? Is asymmetrical nuclide R the thing that is emanating?
She was right. The ritual works. Any arcanist can use it. And the solution was right in front of us.
Amazing! Yeah, I'm sorry. I've lost the plot. I don't know what Enigma is yapping on about now.
I didn't need to boost the caster's abilities. With the right setup and materials, the world before the storm is already an enormous stage for performing the ritual.
Yay! I think that's what I said, right? That, yeah, because Numa emanating resources gave you increase your casting ability, so... Yeah, okay, I think that kind of agrees with what I said.
Pylon just needing a cable.
Perfect, I guess.
Mr. Adler?
The man slips past her and starts running toward the other end of the corridor.
Thank you, Miss Whoever, and thanks for letting me know, Dawkins and Victor.
Miss Whoever. The technician looks around but sees no one. Nearby, a muddy head and a floating pen emerge from the door. She shrieks. Enigma wakes his way to the airlock door.
It's me, Ulrich. Let me in. I need to see Madame Lucy. Tell her, I found a way to transcend the limit.
Amazing. Nothing like transcending the limit, guys. Amazing. Alright. Perfect. Alright, second generation asymmetrical nuclide R sampling device test report. When the Guardian found Medicine Pocket outside of the safety zone, they were crawling on all fours, frantically shouting that their hypothesis was correct. After confirming that they were not infected with the Storm Syndrome, but rather that it was merely part of their personality, they were brought back by the Guardian. Their experiment proved that the outside air before the storm contained a large amount of the asymmetrical nuclide R, and the performance of the second generation sampling device was fully verified, confirming its ability to accurately record the concentration changes of asymmetrical nuclide R in the air per minute. That's a lot of R. Can we use it? Medicine Pocket, just over excited, same as always. A person who transcended the syndrome. Person? Guardian Rog, in tons of muscle pain. Poor guy. Alright, I guess. Sorry, I'm still wrapping my head around this. So if asymmetrical nuclide R is if it provides the same thing as Pneuma emanating resources that can boost your arcane, like, incantation strength or whatever, boost your arcane power, then and then Adler said any arcanist can cast it, because any arcanist's powers will be boosted sufficiently enough by the asymmetrical nuclide R in the air, I guess. So that's great, I guess. But we still have to withstand the side effects, though, no? Unless, oh wait, no. Although, didn't Adler? Wait, sorry. Someone said that yeah, no, Adler or Enigma said that the side effects might be due to a person's inability to bridge the incantation strength gap, maybe. And so maybe if everyone did the ritual in the storm, outside in the storm, in contact with the air of the storm, then they will have bridged the power gap to cast the ritual, hopefully. I think that makes sense. Let's see. The Storm Speech. Part 17. Let's see what's up. Let's see if Enigma's legendary idea is gonna come to fruition.
We don't have time. I'll spare you the technicalities and explain it straight.
Alright. He pops off the marker cap and draws a few lines on the board, exuding confidence with every stroke. Right. So if you get struck by lightning, you die. That's if any arcanist that casts the skill. Any arcanist that casts the skill, basically casts the ritual, basically gets struck by lightning, you die. That's not good. So new thing we discovered, asymmetrical nuclide R is in the air before the storm. So theoretically, if you stood inside the storm, it's basically like the air is basically like a lightning rod, maybe. If a lightning rod could channel lightning's power and just broadcast it, allowing you to channel its ability.
Our biggest
maybe.
problem is the limit of the bloodline. Low-rank arcanists can't command high-rank arcane rituals, similar to how household appliances can't withstand what's beyond their designated voltage. In most cases, the caster can only use their own arcane circuits that run through their inherited bloodline.
But instead, we can channel it through the air before the storm.
What if the caster were in a special electric field? What if we used existing circuits on the outside and put the caster into a greater circuit?
Amazing.
What if we factored in the entire planet and used the atmosphere to split the current
That's got to be enough.
By adding more appliances to the circuit?
Bro, that's what I said. Enigma, you're stealing my idea, buddy. Well, I can't say it's just my idea, because his idea sparked mine, but that's literally what I said. That, guys, you saw it happen. Okay, I called it, guys. I called it, guys. So yeah, we're just increasing the resistance, basically. We're just adding more people to the ritual, so we can all tank it. And we're using the air in the atmosphere to carry the current as well. I think.
Don't be ridiculous, Adler. We are not household appliances.
Oh my god, bro. Just ponder the analogy, bro. The ferrofluid frowns, questioning the premises of Enigma's proposal.
Hold on, let me finish.
He hasn't even revealed the asymmetrical nuclide R yet. Lucy listens without a word, giving him some courage to go on. Oh my god, what drawing? It draws a big circle next to the little person on the board.
24 hours before the storm, the entire world is charged with abundant arcane energy. It becomes a space emanating pneuma, a cloud ready to discharge, a special electric field. Look at asymmetrical nuclide R. The key to the storm immunity was inside the storm all along. And look at how the Mandragora is the antidote to its own poison. The solution can be hidden in the question itself.
Okay, buddy. Press
the
on.
arcane energy a caster inherently lacks can be borrowed from the surroundings during the storm. We just need a way to induct that energy.
That's where the air before the storm comes in, no? To channel that energy
and
for
Laplace
us.
happens to have all the data for the calculations.
Oh, okay.
The
We have to do that
observation
ourselves.
systems we've
My
built
bad.
over the past 8 years have not been in vain. First, we derive a formula to determine the pneuma needed from the storm based on the Arcanist lineage. Then, we'll design a converter to transform the external pneuma into what they can use. They will no longer be bound by their limits.
That seems ridiculously OP though, I can't lie. Like, that would basically make any Arcanist with that device really powerful.
With just one calculation and one conversion, we can turn anyone into a capable caster.
Does that include humans? I don't know how it works, man. He excitedly stretches out his arms and ends his epic monologue. It is a good thing that emotions cannot be read on an awakened being's face.
I knew I shouldn't have wasted my time listening to you. What are you saying, Adler? You made up a confusing story, then drew conclusions from it.
It's gonna work,
It's
man.
purely theoretical, I admit. But the basis of my theory is correct, and I have read Medicine Pocket's paper.
But Arcanum is not electricity. You're too caught up in your excitement to remember the basics. You know nothing about Arcanum.
Ooh.
It's still a form of energy, yes? No one here knows what the storm is, but we do know that it's a massive arcane energy field. We can harness it, much like Arcanists use arrays to amplify their incantations.
I see what researcher Adler is trying to say. A creative solution indeed.
Alright. The director gets up from her chair and intervenes.
But ma'am...
Do not worry, Ulrich. I also have noticed that humans could be smart and stupid at the same time. Perhaps that is why they need to have their work peer-reviewed.
Alright. Please peer review it then.
Thanks?
She nods amicably, pleased that her recently improved interpersonal skills have come in handy.
There is a type of electrophotography invented by Semyon Kurlian and his wife Valentina Kurlian in 1939 that depicts the energy field surrounding an object or body.
Okay.
It was later used by Laplace as a method of measuring arcane power,
Oh,
notably
perfect.
for the storm observation systems.
Oh, perfect.
Through it,
We can
we are
use that,
able to
probably.
capture and measure the arcane light or aura that is invisible to the naked eye.
Amazing. So we can use that to deduce the amount of... Well, first we need to determine the limit, no? The amount of power we would need. The amount of arcane power we would need to cast a ritual. And then we would need to figure out how much external energy from the storm, from the energy of the storm, that we would need to add to the Arcanist to allow them to cast the storm immunity ritual without it killing them, basically. Wasting no more time on meditation, mediation, the robot comes to a conclusion.
The plan of researcher Adler is feasible. Laplace also has the technology to support it. We have the storm observation stations, the capable casters, and the best mathematicians.
Let's go!
Ulrich, please ask Miss Tider to lead the calculations, then experiment outside the safe zone and record the pneuma constant needed for casting the incantation.
Okay. Right, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what I said, right? That's the minimum amount of arcane power needed to cast the incantation without side effects.
Do not give the incantation to anyone. I doubt they can resist trying it.
Okay, I guess we'll keep it to Awakened Arcanist for now. Which makes sense. Ulrich lets out a reluctant hum and leaves the room as instructed.
Simone, please contact Researcher X.
X.
His balancing helmet could be the prototype for our converter.
Awesome.
That helmet balances the energy field in and out of our bodies, and was once used to protect researchers working with dangerous arcane skills. We could boost its power and use it as a substitute for Adler's converter.
Amazing.
But we should postpone their testing request until we have completed our experiments on the side effects.
Yeah, that would be best. Her assistant gives a quick nod and begins drafting the notice. The tasks are quickly assigned to the right people in less than a minute. Damn. Only one person seems to have been left out, Adler. I mean, realistically, what can he do?
What about me, ma'am? Should I go with the calculations team or help with the converter?
You can, I don't know, bro. You can just celebrate, man. He takes a tentative step forward, curious about his role in this endeavor.
Right. I wanted to talk about that.
Let's talk.
You have proven to us the value of human thoughts and perspectives. I am glad that your struggles with the bottle did not damage your brain, Adler.
What? We're calling him an alcoholic now.
I am confident that your discoveries will save many lives in the storm once implemented.
Awesome.
The bottle? But it's been 7 years.
Okay. So, maybe a metaphorical bottle? She just keeps on smiling.
But you overlooked one thing in your plan.
Damn it! We're cooked!
What about your people? The humans who can never cast incantations.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I also mentioned that, guys. I also called it. Maybe I'm just supposed to work in Laplace now. But yeah, that's what I said. Cause yeah, it can bridge the gap for Arcanists to cast it, but humans, he said, couldn't invoke the rituals or whatever, so they can't cast it. So, I guess, according to Lucy's perspective here, I guess just using the storm's inherent energy field is not sufficient for a person to cast it, because they don't have the ability to cast it in the first place. An apt question.
They were not included in the plan. I just came up with something that took the least steps to reach the desired outcome.
I mean, can we still do the second step though? We inscribe it and then provide the ritual for humans?
To save humans,
but then
they'll have to rely on equipment.
Yeah.
Only when we have better control over the ritual can we store it on arcane devices for mass production.
Okay.
Then you should go perfect it.
Well, back to the drawing board, buddy.
Huh? We only have 16 hours and 30 minutes until the storm. There's not enough time to...
Are you gonna abandon your people, Enigma?
The feasible part of your plan is in motion, and all of Laplace will provide the help we need. We will make it work.
Okay, bro, back to the drawing board,
yourself, perfect your plan so we can save everyone, including the humans. And we only have 16 hours and 30 minutes to find a solution.
Thanks for reiterating, Lucy. Okay, Adler, let's get moving. Back to the research room. The directions are given, clear, precise, and with no room for ambiguity. Alright, time to perfect the plan, guys.
Understood. I will think of something.
Okay, guys. What's a way to make humans able to cast an arcane skill? Has there ever been a record of a human casting an arcane skill? Probably not.
You're right.
That's unheard of. He turns and walks away with long, purposeful strides. Behind Lucy, Simone has finished drafting.
There was no way he overlooked his own race. Yet, he still gave up his own people and brought this plan to us. Were we too hard on him?
Were we?
Guys, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Lucy's face is actually growing on me a little. Never mind, she just looked up and it looked slightly goofy. She turns nonchalantly and sits back in her chair.
But I made the right decision.
The internal line rings. The assistant puts down the list of side effects and grabs the phone.
Yes. Yes. We will provide the tech support.
She ends the call with a grave expression on her face. What is it now?
It was Zeno, Mom.
Why's Zeno calling? What's happening? Zeno's like the Air Force, no?
They lost contact with Team Timekeeper 3 hours ago. They're asking us for tech support.
Right, yeah, because the island got bombed, didn't it? Or something happened at the island, I don't know.
They have to make contact with the island immediately.
Wow. Oh, water. Who's drowning? Who's chuckling? Sophia. Oh, hello, Sophia. What are you doing in here? The mine sinks and floats in an ocean of lethargy. A piece of driftwood would be well timed.
Don't worry, Sophia. It is just a game.
What? What is happening?
I won't be in there for long. You can wait for me on the beach if you want, okay?
Right. So she's having... Okay, Sophia's just remembering what 37 said to her before she went to Aston Acquire. The wood dissolves into foam.
37! Don't!
Oh, and we're getting bombed again, guys. We're getting bombed again. She wakes up on a cold piece of rock. Well.
Where? What happened?
Phew, you tell me, Sophia. I wasn't here. Yeah, this doesn't look great, guys. To be continued. Alright, alright. Pressing on then. We got a clue on the universal application of the storm immunity. Inform all departments the experiment has made new progress. We will use the atmospheric asymmetrical nuclide R to complete the storm immunity incantation for universal application. All personnel with computer programming experience and no specific duties should immediately assist Miss John Titor. Also, if anyone sees Researcher X, inform him to stop slacking off immediately. We need his inventions. A ritual? Using Arcanum to steal electricity? Typical human fishing. It was suggested by Adler. His first real work in 8 years. God bless Franklin. Who's Franklin? Yeah, I don't know who Franklin is. Anyways. Alright. Next up, we've got numbers and everything. And I am going to make that the last part of today's episode. Let me just quickly check something. Alright. Sorry, it's just OBS is like frame is frozen, so I just wanted to double check it's still recording motion. Right. Oh my god, everyone's like falling over except for Sophia. Oh no, this is... Oh my god, and there's planes. Oh damn, oh okay. And the geometrical bodies are having a tough time as well. Is that a hole? It's in shambles, bro. That's nuts. What's that? That kind of looks like a dog, I can't lie. Alright, let's press on. The last part of today. Numbers and everything. And this is the exact same time. Oh, we almost missed this. Don't want to miss this. Encrypted record number 332. After a monotonous constant noise, a response comes from the other end of the line. Regarding Zeno's request for assistance in establishing a dedicated communication line with the Timekeeper, we hope to understand the details. The exact content of the communication is a military secret. I cannot divulge the details. The Scientific Computing Center needs to understand the purpose of Zeno's establishment of communication to judge whether it is worth diverting manpower to build a dedicated line. Zeno's purpose is a military secret. I cannot divulge the details. Wait, did I just read that already? Oh wait, no, they're just reiterating. Next, I will ask some simple questions. If you continue to answer with I cannot divulge the details, I will take it as a sign of admission. Do you understand? I am not authorized to answer that question. Very well. Then is Zeno preparing for military operation against Manus Vindictae and therefore needs to establish communication with the Timekeeper for this purpose. I cannot divulge the details. Good. This operation will ensure the Timekeeper's safety then, won't it? I cannot divulge the details. God damn it. This is unconventional operation, isn't it? I cannot divulge the details. This operation was most likely inspired by the Pact Security Council, correct? We are soldiers. Soldiers act on orders, miss. Zeno then hung up on the call. Bro, what? So is it Zeno going on the island or something? Oh, I guess we'll find out. Numbers and everything. Let's see. Well, this sure looks terrible. The smell of gunpowder hangs heavy in the air. The once magnificent columns are now reduced to rubble and irregular stones. Blood rings in her ears, drowning out all other sounds. Why? This is
I remember now. The island fell ill, and 6 summoned all the integers to the cleansing ceremony. 37. She went to Aperon.
Indeed. This is the second time this island has been bombed, man. That's very annoying. I hate it when an island gets bombed.
They tended to their missions. I went to the square to pray for them, and then
we got nuked.
There was an earthquake.
Oh, drags. That's not good. Warplanes thunder above, whipping up debris and the girls' garments in their passing.
The human army? Wasn't the Foundation mediating the disputes?
Uh-oh.
Did they betray us?
Calm down, Sophia. Your soul is imbalancing toward the excess.
I need to calm down. I need to find the others. Slow down and breathe. Stability is an essential virtue to becoming an integer.
Okay. She really wants to be an integer, and maybe she is. I mean, 37 did find the proof to Sophia's number, like, a while back, but she threw it away, so I hope she can find a number, you know, before we don't see her again. Yeah, that sounded kind of sinister, but you know that flash of text we saw, though? That's kind of what we saw when you know, Greta Hoffman did her heroic play, you know? So I hope Sophia's gonna be alright, okay?
Okay. Let's clean up the place first.
Clean up the place. Sophia, you're getting nuked! She places a hand on the brass ruler at her waist and, as pious as ever, begins to recite the incantation.
Ena eftegromot mima, schematizete otan enosume dios semia.
Okay. Nothing happens. That's not good. Where'd her powers
The
go?
incantation didn't work?
Maybe the incantation relies on the island for power or something.
Did they fail to perform the cleansing ceremony?
Yeah. Yeah, the Six was just hailing for the end of the world, basically, when he was at the cleansing ceremony. That's not good. Now what? Oh. Oh. We're seeing a flash of some... Oh, and a plane, and this. Isn't this what we see next to the hall of a Peyron? Like the rules and stuff, or something. But then, she notices a familiar figure in the distance. 37! Maybe?
Is that 42?
Oh, okay, it's 42! Hey, 42, you good? The man struggles to stand, rambling to the emptiness around him.
No one survives the oblivion.
Oh, okay. That's pretty grave, bro. Can you be a bit more optimistic? Also, I completely forgot about this, but Six did manage to purge the storm at some point. I don't know how he did it. I wonder if he can, like, purge himself. Probably not.
This area is acting up again. I should help.
Uh-oh.
Die, you lunatics!
Bro.
This is our land, right from the beginning!
Bro, what? Oh my god. Boom! When the smoke clears, 42 is gone. Oh well, rest in peace, bro. He's dead.
No. No!
Sophia's having a tough time right now,
Be
guys.
calm. Be stable. Think.
Integers are a living example of virtues, the standard of purification. It is the representation of a soul in the world of forms, a true
I
being.
have to go check on him. I can do this.
Is she actually an integer though? That's what I don't know. What if she's just an irrational number? You know how crazy that would be? Maybe she's a fraction. Everything is a number. Everything is a number. Everything is a number.
Stay calm. He is just...
He is simply...
He is divided into two numbers. 6 and 7.
That is crazy. Oh, 42 is not equal to 6 equals 6 times 7 apparently. And we're vomiting.
I have to find the others. I have to tell them about 42.
Alright.
Sophia! What are you doing here?
I don't know. We're chilling at the beach. She hears a recognizable voice coming from the ruins. Up on the hill, a woman raises her hand and calls to her.
Get to the shelter! Into that...
Well, she got nuked.
Miss 18. No.
Well, Sophia's not gonna know where the shelter is. Damn it.
I can't. This can't be happening.
18 is not equals to 2 times 9. You got split into 2 pieces as well.
Move. Sophia. Get to the cave.
What? The cave that 37 and Vertin are coming out of?
Find
Oh, who's this? A quiet sob comes from the bushes. A child cowers in the foliage, shaking in terror.
I'm so scared. Everyone's gone crazy. It's okay. I got you. Come out now, Lacey. We will go find the others.
You got this, Sophia. But the child stares at her in a panic, hugging her knees even closer to her chest.
No, I don't want to see them. They will go crazy. Everyone.
Well, that's not good. I guess they don't have plot armor. A droplet of paint emerges on her face. Uh-oh!
Your face.
The storm syndrome! Ah, the storm, man. But Lacey brushes her hand away. She turns around and runs deeper into the forest. Well, there she goes. It is the floating points behind the decimal which hinder the process of our purification.
This is wrong. I am the corrector. I have to help her, or she'd get herself killed.
Okay, Sophia, be careful.
I have to right the wrongs here.
Do you? Are we fighting? It feels like we're fighting. Okay, we're fighting. Battlefield on the beach. Oh.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Things are not looking good, guys. The island it looks like it's in tough shape. What is that? It's like their numbers got divided or something. That little effect.
Please stay behind me.
Keep calm. Be careful.
Come on, then.
My responsibility.
What are they doing? Okay, they give themselves some effect. It probably won't matter because they'll be dead, so I'm gonna ignore it.
Behind me.
And this is the mass attack. Okay. Oh wait, there's two waves. I didn't realize. Alright, good stuff. Next wave. I just realized I've got no healers on the main free. That's a slight oversight. Doesn't really matter though, I guess. Yeah, okay. I'll do this to trigger Anjanala's thing, and then we'll do this, and this.
Hi, Master. Please, allow me.
Okay, everyone's basically dead. GG.
My responsibility.
Oh my god.
It's out with you.
Good stuff.
Case closed. I'll be sure to write a report and put it on your table.
Well, Sophia, I hope you're doing well. Oh goodness, the world is warping, painted over with vibrant oil hues. Her headache is splitting. Each step feels like walking on lava.
Come on, Sophia. Keep yourself together. Keep your soul in balance.
I'm just worried for Sophia's number though, to be honest. Like, she spent like, you know, most of her like life here on this island, and like she just really wants to strive towards being an integer, and I'm just really worried that she's not an integer and she's like a fraction or something. I don't think she'll be an irrational number, to be honest, but I think it's possible for her to be a fraction. She closes her eyes and breathes. Tilt not toward the excess. Lacey has gone out of sight. Only her sobs remain to haunt her mind. Something needs to be done.
37. I must find her. I promised it to her.
Well, at least her face looks a bit more determined. 37 equals 1 times 37.
She is going to be fine. She's a prime number. And prime numbers are not as divisible as the others.
That is true. That is true, Sophia. Good stuff.
She will pass the test of Apiron. and receive the transcendental truth. For she is the genius, the wise one, who returns.
I really love how the entire island hypes up 37 so much, honestly. It's very cute.
We will right the wrongs and restore things to how they were.
Well, Sophia, I'm afraid all we have is a string of numbers, which I believe is like +1, -1, +2, and then, was it -3, and then 3 without the positive sign, and then -3 again, I think, followed by like 1 and -2 or something, because that is the salvation promised by the truth. But what if there is no truth? Oh, that's not good. Oh, footsteps. There's some footsteps outside. But take heart, the race of man is also blessed with divinity, for nature has already revealed her secrets to them. Once you understand this blessing, you will easily achieve all that is set upon you. You will heal your soul and be freed from evil and suffering. The golden verses. We're hearing the happy music right now. A ray of light breaks through the darkness. Oh my god, is that you? 37? Save us!
Sophia! You really waited for me!
Oh my god, it's actually 37. Let's go! And we've got happy music. I sure hope nothing terrible happens though. Imagine they meet out and then they get bombed again. Honestly, I'm quite impressed by how 37 survived the first bomb, honestly. It looked like it went straight on her face.
What happened to your clothes? Did you fall on your way here?
What do you mean what happened to your clothes? Come on, it's just got to be some grime, right? I'm just worried that it's gonna be paint flowing off her clothes. As always, she tilts her head curiously. She has not yet seen the chaos of war. She remains innocent, untouched by the dust of the phenomenal world.
37, I'm so glad to see you.
Well, I'm glad her clothes are looking just fine and not turning into paint. Good stuff. Alright, Sophia, 37, and Vertin, please, let's just get out of here, okay? Everyone's cooked. The island's cooked. Everyone's gonna die, okay? Let's hurry back to the Foundation, okay? We must.
You passed the test. You did it.
Wait a second. Where's Team Timekeeper? Actually, the rest of Team Timekeeper. I actually don't know what they've been doing, actually. Hopefully they're alright and not getting bombed by the army.
You seem emotional. Why? I told you it wasn't going to be difficult. 37. Things don't seem right out there.
Guys, maybe things don't seem alright out here. It's not like everything's in ruins and crumbling and on fire and getting bombed, you know? It's pretty chill out here, to be honest. Sophia desperately grabs 37's arm.
37, you have seen Apiron, right? You asked the question, didn't you?
37 blinks, too focused to spare a glance at the world outside. For she is busy sharing her findings with a close friend.
Yes, and I got the answer. The answer that will save us from the emanation once and for all.
Amazing! Unfortunately, unfortunately 37, you are tunnel visioning too hard right now, and I'm afraid we need to find a safer location before conversing our discoveries.
And the answer is...
She's gonna start reciting the string of numbers, I swear. It's the truth that transcends everything. The answer that will save everyone. The last and final hope. The moment she has been waiting for. She looks dejected. She's like, the truth is that's gonna save everyone is a string of numbers? What does this mean? I am not happy right now. The island is exploding. Everyone's dying. I am not very happy right now.
Is that it?
Yeah, she is not impressed. She is not impressed.
The one true answer from Apiron is a string of numbers?
She is not happy, guys. She's not happy. 37 nods, having just recited the last number.
Yes, because the transcendental truth is beyond the limits of our mortal flesh. It cannot be described by words, seen by eyes, interpreted by logic, or perceived by the senses.
Right.
It is passed to us in a form we can understand. Numbers.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I feel like Sophia's not... She's not gonna be happy, man. I mean, she's already expressed her, her discontentness with the result. Yeah.
This is the key to the truth. Give me some time and I can decode it.
37, please look around you. We don't have time. We're getting nuked. The island's gonna explode. We need to get back to the Foundation, to the storm shelter immediately. Warplanes still roar in the sky. Smoke still chokes the air. Her lungs burn with every breath she takes. Time is ticking, and people are dying. Helplessly, mercilessly.
Time.
We have no time.
37. How long do you need? A month or a week?
Yep, we're cooked. Guys, we're cooked. We are so cooked.
I will spend all my time working on it. It is not an easy question. Could be the hardest one I've ever dealt with in my life. But I will get there.
That's the spirit, 37. Unfortunately, we are getting nuked, so...
And then, we will be freed from all these problems once and for all.
Yay!
Even if we don't know its meaning yet, it will eventually lead us to the kingdom of truth.
I'm glad you're so excited for the pursuit of truth, 37. Oh, her smile faded. She stops her enthusiastic explanation and looks at her friend worriedly.
Sophia? Why are you crying?
She knows we're cooked. Sophia looks up at her. Tears stream down her cheeks.
That long? 37. A truth that distant won't change. What's in front of us now?
We're cooked. That's the truth. She breaks free from her friend's grasp and races into the smoke and dust of the phenomenal world. Sophia, where are you going? Come back!
Sophia?
I think Sophia's finally lost it, guys.
Sophia!
That's not good. I feel like 37 has still not observed her surroundings. She no longer knows why she's running. She no longer knows the purpose of her existence. She only knows of the wild, fiery sensation rising in her chest. Everything is a number, 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 everything is a number.
No.
Is this the truth? Is this the answer? Is everything not a number?
Calm yourself, Sophia.
Even if the truth can keep people from the wheel of birth, what good is it for those already in it?
I have to.
You seem astray, child.
Arcana! Arcana, you stay away from Sophia right now. Stay away, Arcana. A detached figure looks on from the ruins of the beach, unperturbed by the chaos.
And sad. What pains you so? Has the truth not graced thee with its miracles?
Stay away, Arcana. Stay away from Sophia. Don't do it. Oh, to be continued. Okay. I guess we'll find out next time, guys. I guess we'll find out next time. Notification on designing a simplified balancing helmet. That's the converter, I believe, that we're gonna steal from X. Adapt from X. Prototypes of the balancing helmets developed by X have been distributed to each division to be used as the latest balancing devices in the plan for mass production of the storm immunity ritual. However, their structure is currently too complicated. Please start analyzing them immediately and simplify them to a mass-producible level. Oh dear, I clicked off of it. Let's continue reading. Also, since there are differences between the samples given to each group, there's no commonality in the related data, so each group must complete it independently. And due to the danger of the storm immunity experiment, do not privately test the reliability of the balance device outside. God, I hate X. We only have 16 hours left. X is useless thingamabobs. For mass production, this is insane. Why don't we just use the helmets directly? Make X work overtime to rush out a batch. Alright. Ooh, things are getting connected. This thing's still not connected though, the side effects. And the universal application. That's interesting. I wonder whose board this is though. Is this just for us, for the audience, or is there some actual character who is putting up all these things? Well, regardless, guys. Yeah, the island's not looking good, guys. Everything's falling apart. Sophia's run off into the wilderness and somehow came across Arcana. Is that 6? I think that might be 6, actually. That'll be cool to see Vertin and Marta interact with him one more time. But yeah, no. Sophia's having a tough time, guys. Her faith, it's crumbling. Yeah, it's just not great, guys. Everything's falling apart. However, things are looking good on the Laplace side of things. We've got the theory that Enigma and me both worked upon. Yep, I'm gonna include myself in that. But yeah, we worked upon the theory where we, conduct the power of the storm immunity ritual through a load of people across the entire world, right? So that its overwhelming power doesn't fry us. And we also simultaneously borrow from the air before the storm the asymmetrical nuclide R that's going to provide us with more arcane power because it is Numa emanating. And with that, in combination, well, we're gonna use X's balance and helmet to convert or provide us with the sufficient arcane power to pull it off. And of course, Lucy did mention as well that they are going to have the test for the Numa constant needed to cast the storm immunity ritual in the first place, or maybe to cast it without experiencing side effects. And I'm guessing that will be a job for the Awakened Arcanists, they are coming in clutch, man. Very helpful ability for them to just reawaken after the curse absolutely ravages their body. But yeah, there's that. And the next time we will be continuing on with the story, part 19, The Fork in the Road. I don't know how many parts there are to the chapter, but maybe around 24. That would be most ideal, because it'll fit in perfectly into the next episode. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully this chapter won't see anything more devastating. I really hope Sophia doesn't turn to Manus Vindictae, man. That would be so devastating. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.